on the club Point Blank and share the insights of the club so that the great coders who are just getting onto the technology can also build with it. Thank you.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Good morning.
A little bit of energy. I guess you guys are waiting for that. So it's fine. We'll make it very quick. Before we start, we'll go up with a very small activity. I would like to request all of you to stand up. Sorry, but yeah, please do this. Don't take more than 20 seconds of your time. And I don't know if it's okay, but let's see. No? Then are you guys familiar with this beat? Are you guys familiar with this beat?
Yes.
Then we shall do this, ladies and gentlemen. On the count of 3, we will start laughing for not more than 20 seconds. I'll show you. 3, 2, 1. Louder! Thank you so much. Thank you so much for me and Raj for this legacy that you have passed down to us. But yeah, anyways, now we would like to start. Video. Anyways, so yeah, I think we'll begin. So, how many of you attended the Point induction that happened in the first sem? Very glad to see. The rest of you were not there. Not even in open day. Very nice. Then this makes it very interesting. We'll start off with the very basics, right? What Point Blank is and why you should be worried. Every year, right, more than 2,000 people enter this campus with a lot of dreams. The biggest of those dreams is to earn money, right? Anyone here who does not come to college with the goal of earning money? Everyone, right? Very nice. Next slide. $43,000, rupees 39,53,439, approximately. This is the amount of money that people from Point Blank have made in the last 6 months. This is the amount of money that everyone in the college, still in the college, has earned over the last 6 months. So this is what Point Blank is all about. It's about earning money and it's about being called worthy of it. It's a competitions club. We go to competitions and we win them. That is the only shortest definition of Point Blank that I can give you guys. Next slide. So far, Point Blank has had a huge track record in every single competition or program so far. We've had 20 plus ESOPs, 5 SIS winning teams last year. SIS is the biggest hackathon in the world for those of you who don't know. 36 ICPC regionalists, 9 edX mentees, 26 lit scholars and but for the hackathon wins, I'm very sure it's much higher than that. But we are very sure confident in this number. Next time. So, something about me. I'm Dhruv. I'm one of the current leads of Pointman. I'm also a DevOps engineer at Asphoda. Before working at Asphoda, I have experience as a DevOps engineer at Verena, Human Digital as well. And I have been a Google Server of Code mentee for Prometheus Operator and LFX mentee for Kivero. Next slide. That is my, can you go back, sir? Yeah, that is my LinkedIn. Please feel free to scan it and connect with me on LinkedIn or wherever you want. It has all my connection links. Now go to the next. So yes, what is Pointman? The best definition I have is we are outliers. We are something that goes away from the tide. Right? We have the most brilliant engineers from that DSC has ever had to produce, and that is what the community is all about. It's about everyone who is still working hard towards their goals, who's still aiming to do everything that you can do in college life. You can win hackathons, you can crack Google Server of Code, you can win all other competitions, you can win CKS and all. Next slide. So meet the founders. We have Ashutosh Bhaiya, Soumya Bhaiya and Mohit Bhaiya, who are the most brilliant minds that I have personally ever met in my life. Ashutosh Bhaiya works as a senior compiler engineer at AMD. Soumya Bhaiya is a state startup founder, and Mohit Bhaiya has also founded his own startup and currently works as an SDA at Lance. Next slide. We are the team leads. We have Bhumi here, who is the tallest of the group. That's me, and that's Yuvraj, the most strict person you'll ever meet when it comes to competitive programming. If you miss one PV vessel, he'll find you and he'll hunt you down. Next slide. A huge shout out to our senior leads, Aditya Bhaiya, the god of competitive programming. Akash Singh, obviously everyone knows him much better than I can explain. Manish Bhaiya, the god of all things as well, the jack of all trades. He has founded his own startup and product team as well. Next slide. So why Pointman? So this is what Pointman has to offer to every single one of you who is part of the community. We are a very selective community. We take very selective people each year. But this is what all of them get. The first is a resume review. To give a startup to people who don't know what a resume review is, it is just a common call, online Discord call or Google Meet, where everyone is attending and a single person will interview for 1 hour and a half, one or more than 1 hour. So it's a very grilling process. That is the best term I can give it. After my seniors have grilled me resume reviews, I feel like every interview in every company that I attend is very, very easy. It's literally cheesing. Then we have the networking is alumni concept. Of course, Pointman has been running this college as a self-run community for more than 8-9 years now. And we have the most skilled people, like I already mentioned. They are just a WhatsApp message away for everything that we want. And the point of computer science and engineering is, one of the best points is to network with people. You get to learn so much. You get to understand their lifestyles. You know what to do whenever you're lost or anything. So we have all of those seniors at messages distant. And his hands-on experience with open source and all things coding and programming. Of course, since our results speak for themselves, right? We have the highest number of GSOCs. We have taken this college as well to the highest ranks in India as well. Pointman is not one of the best communities in DSC, not in Bangalore, not in Karnataka, but it's one of the best communities in India. You can search Pointman as a tech community on ChatGPT or anything, and you know. You ask it to compare it to any other club in the club or community, and you know the difference that I'm speaking of right here. Next slide. So yes, winning competitions and events is not the only thing that we do. Right? We also organize small things here and there. Majority of which are the SIH internal rounds. Bhumi after me will cover more about SIH, but to give you a very brief idea, what Smart India Hackathon, SIH is the biggest hackathon across the globe. And before you are actually allowed to participate in the finals of the hackathon, you have to go through an internal round that the college has to organize, and we are the primary organizers of that. We hold it every year for more than 1,000. This year we handled more than 600 and 700 teams. So the open day, of course. I think we recently had an open day, and I hope a lot of you were there. How many of you PV Open Day is where PV Point Blank opens its door for everyone outside Point Blank. We allow you to talk with everyone that you want to talk to. There are seniors here, there are alumni who come here to meet you people. And we talk about general stuff that we know that would be very beneficial for you all as well. Next slide. Then PDCTF, capture the flag. What the capture the flag is, imagine it as cyber security related treasure hunt. That's the best definition. It's a couple of challenges and you have to do everything related to cyber security, be it reverse searching, be it password cracking, be it anything. And you have to find hidden passwords, hidden flags in every single task, and that's how you win it. We hold PDCTF twice, we've been holding it twice for the last couple of years. And it's one of the biggest events that happen in Bangalore. PV Hustle is one related, competitive programming contest. It happens every week. Everyone in Point Blank gives it. It's what helps us to prepare for interviews. So what competitive programming is, it's basically when you give job interviews, right? They'll ask you basic questions, data structures and algorithms and whatnot. Competitive programming is what helps you build that project. It's what helps you improve on that project. So we hold that contest every week, which is why a lot of us have very high companies, Microsoft, Amazon, Google, you name it, we have. Next one. Yeah, the latest one, my favorite one of all three. Zenith is an event we organized this January. It was one of the biggest hackathons to ever take place in Bangalore. We had a $5,000 cash prize for the winners. It was held in Indy too, and we had a lot of fun organizing it, and the participants were much more than happy than us. So yeah, it is the other side of the table. We don't only win hackathons, we also organize it. Next slide. Let's come to open source now. So what open source is? Do you guys know what open source is? Only the point blank people are raising their hands. Oh, that's fine. So what open source basically is, there are softwares across the globe which have their source code open for everyone to contribute to. Anyone can come over to their repository to contribute features. They can fix bugs in their softwares and whatnot. I'll start off with an example. I hope a lot of population here has used VLC Media Player, right? Yes. It is an open source project. VLC Media Player is open, it has been open source for a long while now, and people across the globe have contributed to it, they work on it, and they fix bugs, they add features. Everything that you see when you open the VLC Media Player is something that someone has contributed. So that is what open source is. Now, it is a very unpaid job, right? You make pull requests to open source projects, they don't feel bad, but there are exceptions. There are mentorship programs which support people who contribute to open source. The most prominent of them being Google Server of Code and the Linux Foundation mentorship. What Google Server of Code basically is, it is like an open source program where you write a very detailed proposal and you give it to any open source organization and you tell them that yes, I'm the guy, I can make this project for you and no one can do it better than you. And when you submit that proposal, they go through an evaluation review and if you get selected as an LTS, as a piece of mentee, you get paid for completing that project. You get paid for contributing to open source code. The stipend is 1 to 3 lakh. It's mostly 2 lakhs now, considering you get paid in dollars. But yeah, the standard stipend is $3,000 for 3 months of work. No more or less. That's $1,000 for a month. And I think that's a very nice amount. Right. We have had people in Point Blank who have cracked Google Server of Code and the Linux Foundation mentorship in their second sem. Right? Just a few guys. So yeah, it's a very competitive program. Right? It's not a competition, but it's a very competitive program with a very low selection rate. 2.77% as you guys can see here. And people across the globe apply. Next slide. So that is what Google Server of Code is. We have had so many Google Server of Code contributors from Point Blank who guide us to what to do. They help us know what we're doing wrong and they help us improve. So everyone in this photograph has completed cracked and completed Google Server of Code. Next slide. As you can see. Coming back to the Linux Foundation mentorship. What Linux Foundation mentorship is, it is like similar program to Google Server of Code, but the projects are more real world focused, right? You contribute to projects that are continuously being used by millions of developers worldwide. We have had so many people work on the Linux kernel. Literally, the Linux that we use on the machine, they're contributing to that, and they're contributing it globally. So it is a very high-stakes program. It has much lower acceptance rate than GSOC, even 0.5%. And yeah, that's they also pay you the same amount, mostly $3,000, and the projects are they're much tougher. Next slide. Everyone that you see here has that the Linux Foundation mentorship. Vishnu, as you can see, they have created in its first year, second sem. Everyone else has done it in the respective orgs. As you can see, Salimia, Madhur, Yash, they did it in the Linux kernel as well. Next slide. Everyone. Next. Next one. We have the LIT scholarship. So I'm very sure a lot of you don't know about LIT scholarship, but what it is like a very prestigious scholarship that's only awarded to a couple of people worldwide. And it gives you access to very, very expensive courses, very expensive certifications that are very valuable in your job seeking profession. If you work, for example, if you work as a Kubernetes or a DevOps engineer, you will, if you have the CK or CK certification, then recruiters will never hold you back. The proof of work that those certifications carry is immeasurable. And we have had more than 26 people who have grabbed this scholarship in the last year. That's the highest number across the globe that I have personally ever seen. Anyone personally has ever seen. So yes, these are the people who have grabbed the prestigious scholarship. Next, right? ICTC. Yes, we're drifting away from open source and now we're back to job seeking. What ICTC is, it is the most prestigious competition for competitive programming worldwide. If you have ever heard of the most popular competitive programmers, the most tapped guys across India, they've all won ICTC. It's a global championship and it's the toughest competition when it comes to computer science. I've never seen anything tougher than this. And that is what I'm here to play on whenever you will review yourselves. Like you go through DSA, you go through CP, you improve, you get higher code forces ranks, you get higher coaches ranks. How many of you know about code forces? How many of you know about CodeChef? Good number, I would say, but yes, I would expect the rest of you to get better at it as well. Every Wednesday at 8 p.m. IST, there is a contest on CodeChef every week. And to start off, you can start giving that contest. It will help you improve drastically. It's not that tough of a contest, right? At least for a beginner, you will be faced with very easy questions. It can be basic inference questions and all. But yeah, it helps you develop very good programming logic. So please, this Wednesday at 8 p.m. Please do get that contest. So we have had people who have cracked the regional rounds of ICTC as well. So many of these people, the most cracked people I've ever seen, honestly, guys. Next slide. So many people have won not only the ICTC regional, ICTC regionals, they've also won in a lot of Google Kickstarts and other competitive programming related competitions. Next slide. Next up, we have the ACM Summer School. So, what ACM Summer School is, what ACM does in summer or winter school is they pick you out from your college and they throw you at some very good college like IIT or something for 2 weeks and you become an IIT for 2 weeks. So, I also don't know how about it, I don't know how I became an IIT for just 2 weeks. I was selected as a ACM Summer School student at IIT Bombay last year. A lot of everyone that you see here has been ACM Summer School student, and they have you get taught by the most experienced faculty across the country. I was personally in contact with Uday Khedkar sir, who is also the compilers head at IIT Bombay Computer Science Department. We met him, we talked to him personally when we went there, and it's a very good experience also. It's very, only 40 people across the country are selected, and there are so many people at the same time. So that's just a few guys. Next. Fine. We have a small challenge for you since I'm done with the most of part. So we have an give you two challenges. Right? What we'll do here is I'll show you two resumes of my very good senior artist. And I would like you all to imagine yourself as recruiters and tell me which resume would you like to pick. Next slide. Okay, fine. So yes, this is the first resume. Right? It looks so pretty. It has a photograph. It has all the contact details. It has the knowledge. It has everything about it. It has its skills and proficiency. Next slide. And that is this newer resume. That's very grand looking about it. It does have the experiences, skills, and achievements and everything. So tell me guys, which resume would you pick if you were a recruiter? The left one, this one. Anyone would like to pick this resume? Who all would like to pick the other resume? Are you sure? Let's ignore the achievements for a part, right? Let's ignore the experiences. Just tell me what the format is. No one for the left resume. It's so pretty. Nice. Great. When Akash Bhaiya took this resume to his TV recruitment, my luminaries said, and I quote, "Bhai, shaadi mein aaya hoga. Are you at a marriage? Why is your resume so dressed up? It doesn't show anything. I don't want to look at your resume and check your Instagram ID for status. Why would I do that?" Another important part of why that resume is better is that if you put this resume for any job, application or anything, they will just ATS will just filter you out and you'll never make it to the interview phase. So that resume is much better. It's much more key. It has everything listed out cleanly. It has everything that would catch a recruiter's attention. It has the keywords being bolded. It has the correct format. It's called Matty's resume. I think you guys can go to Overleaf and make your own resume if you like. So that is another thing that I wanted to mention. Next slide. Yep, this is the resume we took for the PV interview, and that is his current resume. This is day and night gap here. Next. So yes, one small follow-up question. You saw both of those resumes, right? Let's just talk about the right one. Which part of that resume do you think was the most important to you? Format. Let's not talk about format here. I would like to know which section of the resume was something that got your attention. Experience. Anyone is saying technical skills or achievements or anything? But yeah, you guys are right. The experience section is the one that goes the most value. Right. Next. Right. So whenever you're in college, right, once you start for your job application in your third or fourth year, and you will need to have that experience section in your resume. And how do you get that while you're still in a college? Right? You can't do full-time jobs. So the only way to get a very brief experience section is cracking good internships, right? So people from one month have had intern at most of the big startups that you know, right? Google, Microsoft, Casper, Visa, AMD, Intel, Apple, you name it, you have it. And you intern at those companies while you're still in college. We have worked for those companies, we have had major production experiences. And when I imagine me as an intern at Apple, right? When I go and apply for a job at Apple, do you think they'll stop me? They won't. So that is something that you guys have to look forward to in your further years of engineering. You have to crack good internships, you have to get into good companies, you have to upskill yourself. That's what the experience section is. That I think that's more than enough than what I wanted to convey to you guys. Right? After me, my colleague Bhumi will take care. She'll tell you about hackathons, how to win them, what are they, what is SIH, what is other competitions and everything about Minda that has to offer. With that note, I would like to stop and I would like to call on Bhumi to continue. Thank you so much for listening to me guys.